Hello again, let's get ready for another mini adventure. After an extremely bumpy tender ride into the harbour that was more like a carnival ride, we got off and started to make our way through the small lanes of the village. It was really easy to get lost in the narrow winding alleys, but we felt as long as we headed upwards we should be able to get to the path that we were looking for. As we crested the first set of houses, the harbour came into view, and with it, a fleeting sense of optimism. Turns out, when you spend too much time at sea, even the sight of a hill becomes thrilling. Sometimes when you're working at sea for long periods of time, it's quite easy to lose the feeling of doing interesting things, so these days are perfect to get you feeling human again. The boys seem to have coordinated their outfits. No direction. Resembling the world's shittest boy band, destined for embarrassment and failure. I didn't get the memo for that one, but thank God. Being performers, it was hard to get the boys to not react to the camera every time I pulled it out to shoot some footage, but they were getting better at it. After about an hour and a half of walking, we finally reached our first milestone. A monastery on a peak of a mountain. It was a welcome rest stop with a shaded area to relax. It's the only male monastery on the island and was established in 1813. Today was the morning after we hosted a party on our yacht, so we were all feeling a little bit worse for wear. Victor was holding in a shit that resembled nuclear waste from Chernobyl. Agu somehow had a hangover from drinking a single bottle of Corona, and Gabriel was sweating from every orifice. But regardless, we pushed on through the blazing sun, and we didn't let our hangovers get in the way of reaching our goal of conquering Mount Eros. I'm glad we didn't turn back, otherwise we would never have been able to experience what lay ahead of us.
Ah, you prick!
The wooded area gave way to a more rugged and rocky terrain, which was quite hard to traverse. The views that we were experiencing on the way kept pushing us to reach our goal. When we reached the higher points of the mountain, we were able to see the place where we started, our origin, and the journey that had already been undertaken to get us to where we were. With the summit in view, we pushed hard over the rocks, the scrub and the dirt. Through the torturous heat, we ambled up the last 100 meters of mountain. I don't think anything could have prepared us for what lay in store for us at the top. The view was truly magnificent. With the boys in full Instagram mode, shamelessly taking photos from every conceivable angle, we took in the beauty of the surroundings, the vastness of the oceans, and the magnitude of the accomplishment. Especially considering 3 hours ago we were all lying on our deathbeds. One thing I have come to notice is, even though to the outside world, you have a perfect job, you play guitar on a super yacht. Some things cannot be replaced, and that is genuine experience with friends. It's very easy these days to hide away and just absorb yourself in social media, especially when you're away from family and friends. But I think every one of us took great delight in spending some time with friends, getting out into nature and blowing the cobwebs off the hangover. Heading quickly back down the mountain, we were almost running because we were super hungry, and Agustin hadn't eaten for the last 15 minutes, so he needed some nourishment. We planned on getting some Greek food in one of the tavernas we had seen on the way up. Honestly, the walk down was pretty torturous on the knees, especially when you are my age, but with the goal of food in our minds, we pushed through the pit.
Victor's father? Oh. I don't know about that.
After a big feed of some local food and beer, I decided to feed some of my leftovers to the local stray cats. They're everywhere on these Greek islands, and they're usually really friendly.
But it's like me.
Happy, Victor?
Very happy.
Happy, Agu?
Really happy.
Gabriel?
The faces of the kids.
Laura? Happy?
No.
Don't be too excited, will you?
Anyway,
Back to
we
it.
headed back to the tender, back to the yacht, and back to bed for a well-deserved nap. See you next time for another mini adventure.